We just spent time one-on-one with Vice President-Elect Kamala Harris. Time to meet her significant other. I don't know, do I call you Doug? How do I address you?
You can call me Doug.
Okay, Doug. But of course, he isn't just Doug. Doug Emhoff will be making history as the first husband of a vice president. First gentleman.
Second gentleman. Second gentleman.
Okay, I'm afraid for the next week or month or year of your life, you're going to be doing something like you just had to do with me.
Yeah, it's all good.
So second gentleman it is.
There was a whole conversation about, mostly among his friends, whether he should just be called the first dude.
First dude.
And other names that I can't repeat on national television.
Harris and Emhoff met in 2013, a blind date set up by a friend of hers. When you first got the friend who said, there's a guy, maybe your friends were doing this to you all the time, but there's a guy, and he's a good one, and don't Google him.
Yeah.
You totally Googled him, didn't you?
Ooh, this is a reveal.
I've never been asked that.
Ooh.
I did. Dougie.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's so funny you asked me that question. So yes, my best friend set us up on a blind date, and she said, just trust me, just don't even, she wanted me to just kind of go into it, and she said, don't Google him. I did.
She found out he was a Los Angeles lawyer. Of course, he knew she was California Attorney General. He made the first move.
One of my buddies was in town, and we went to the Laker game. And so, we had a couple of beers. I told him the story. I said, what do you think? I said, text her. So we sat there in the stands and came up with this text, which was something like, hey, it's Doug. Awkward. I'm texting you. And
you
she
guys
said,
proposed it together?
We did.
Yeah.
So that's my reveal. And she, which is funny, she said something like, yay, Lakers, go Lakers.
And I'm a Warriors
biggest
fan.
Warriors fan out there. So
The next morning, early, he called.
So I left this ridiculous voicemail, which she has saved and plays back to me on our anniversary every year. I thought I'd never hear from her again, but
it was just, it was adorable. And it was just, the thing about Doug is that he is exactly who he is. He's just fully authentic and clear about the things he cares about. And it's family, it's his work.
you.
And me.
They married in 2014, her first. He was by her side as she was elected to the U.S. Senate, where he found out what it's like to be a +1 to a powerful politician.
There were Senate spouses who welcomed me, and I went to some lunches and
plenty of
events.
misters.
Amy Klobuchar's husband, Elizabeth Warren's husband, who kind of put their, arms around me to show me the ropes. And
there are very few husbands that are Senate
Yeah.
spouses, and they do find each other.
Emhoff plans to teach law classes at Georgetown University, much like the incoming First Lady, Jill Biden, who plans to continue as a community college professor. You strike me as a very centered person and a calming presence.
Thank you. I understand the role she's taking and the role that Joe and Jill are taking on too, and become very close with them. So like I support her, I support them, and that's important because what they're doing is so much, and they're walking into so many different crises. And the American people hired them for change and to get us out of these things, and I'm going to do everything I can to help them.
And to relieve the stress of the Washington pressure cooker,
Great
the
job.
couple hopes to keep cooking. You're both kitchen people, you cook.
Yeah.
Well,
He has learned.
Yeah, no,
He's
she
a good
was
sous chef, except
now.
Yeah.
Out of
He-
necessity during COVID.
and COVID, really.
Well, how much cooking will there be in your life to come?
Well, I am charting that course and making sure that, at least for Sunday family dinner, it's too much a part of our family life, and that's important to me to keep that stability.
And we had to ask about that fashion choice, surely a first for a vice president, the Converse Chuck Taylor sneakers, the Chucks. I gotta tell you, when you walked in, I checked out, is she wearing them? You're not wearing your Chucks today.
No.
What is the story
It became a story. I've always worn Chucks.
There's
It's
a-
Well,
my
what's the
casual.
story with
It's
the
my
always-
casual go-to. I, grew up with Chucks. I just love them. They're comfortable.
I can attest. There is several closets full of them.
He's exaggerating.
But this wasn't just something that she started doing on the campaign. And when I met her, it was Chucks and jeans. When she met the kids, and
What did it say to you?
she's down to earth. People ask me all the time, like, what's she really like? I said, she's shockingly normal. I think that is really an extension of who she really is.
Harris and Emhoff have blended their families together, including children, Ella and Cole, from his first marriage.
Hi. Hi, Kaya. Hi, Pam. Hi, Alex. Hi, Victoria.
Their Sunday evening Zoom calls are a striking picture of diversity.
Is Doug still in hair and makeup right now?
Exactly. We have family in Italy. My sister-in-law married an Italian, so they live there with their 2 children.
India.
India. We have an aunt and an uncle there.
Over Salatiti's left shoulder is our grandmother.
Canada.
California,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. From Brooklyn.
Oakland.
My parents, they live in the desert out in California.
And for the next 4 years, add the U.S. Naval Observatory in Washington to the list, which will be home to the Vice President and her family.
It reflects America, and that's what it should be. It should just be about love and unity.
Well, bless your family and stay safe and well.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you.